It's time for the Trucker John Livestream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah. The Trucker John Livestream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John Livestream. Be a good time, gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit, hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Well yeah, it's the Trucker John Livestream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the Trucker John Livestream is the best thing you've ever seen. It's time for the Trucker John Livestream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah. The Trucker John Livestream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John Livestream. Be a good time, gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit, hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Well yeah, it's the Trucker John Livestream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the Trucker John Livestream is the best thing you've ever seen.
Elect Donald Trump's election win has been extremely profitable for Elon Musk, whose net worth has grown by $276 billion since November 5th. Steve, what are you looking at?
So not only is Elon Musk maybe the second or even the first most powerful man in Washington, he's also the richest man in the world. Musk has Tesla shares, he's got SpaceX, he's got Tesla options, which are just another piece of this puzzle. And then he's got a bunch of stuff that looks pretty small here, but it's $7 billion, it's $13 billion, it's $25 billion in OpenAI, in X, as we know, in some futuristic things called the Boring Company and Neuralink, all of which have gone up enormously in value. And so, as you said in your lead-in, what's happened? His net worth has gone up 135% since the election, $276 billion. He's now worth $480 billion, the wealthiest man in the world, half of that roughly since the election alone.
And Steve, you mentioned this with SpaceX and NASA, but conflicts of interest really concern a lot of people. If he is running this so-called Doge agency, could he not have the power to say, pull federal funding or pull federal contracts from a competing EV company, for example? Yeah,
this is sort of so far off the fairway, you're never even going to find this ball.
Yeah.
I mean, when you work in the government, and I did this, you are subject to rigid conflict of interest rules. You are required to divest yourself of anything that could prove a conflict in your work for the government. Obviously, he's not going to divest all this stuff. He's not even a government employee, which is a whole nother legal question as to what he can or should be doing. And so this is another classic example of kind of the swamp coming to Washington, and Trump and his people doing whatever they feel like, regardless of what's appropriate, regardless of what even the law is in some cases, perhaps.
I've known Elon for over 20, 25 years, one of America's great entrepreneurs and innovators. But this is not the person I knew even 2 years ago. And with respect to Elon, I just don't have the confidence that there's other things that he's not up to behind the scenes, not just, again, what he's expressing quite publicly. And I'm very concerned about a country where people like Elon Musk, others that are sucking up to Donald Trump, that will undoubtedly be carved out of regulations, undoubtedly get massive, even larger federal contracts. I mean, it is an American oligarchy that can be formed here. It's, again, very, very serious. I hope people are paying attention. Seeing this from Elon Musk breaks my heart a little bit, again, as someone that really admires his entrepreneurial and innovative tendencies. And of course, we're all beneficiaries from that as it relates to vehicles and issues related to the work he's done in space. But I'm increasingly concerned about those kinds of relationships, not just him, many others that are supporting his campaign.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, Trucker John. Okay, good. There it goes. I think it's on now. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys? Now, for some reason, I don't know why, all of a sudden, the camera, at least it's doing everything in like reverse, backwards. It's never done that before. And I was trying to figure out why all of a sudden it's doing that. So you guys might be seeing everything reverse. I don't know. It's never done that. Usually, you just turn it on and it's just the way it's supposed to be. But I'm seeing everything backwards. I don't know. Who knows? Technology. Anyhow, yeah, President Musk. Congratulations, everyone. We all apparently elected Musk as president. I don't know. Anyhow, before I get into that, I just want to say happy Saturday. It's 11:22 a.m. in the Pacific time zone here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It's currently about 59 degrees, and but it looks like it's nice out. Blue skies. I'm looking at a feed here of someone that's doing a live feed in Las Vegas, and it looks like it's pretty nice outside. But let's say hi to everybody. We got Deborah Murphy. Looks like first in the chat. Hello, Deborah. Good to see you. Jolie's here. Hey, Jolie. Thanks for being here. Tamara Price is in the driver's lounge. Ask is here. Ask says happy solstice. Now I did set I did another goal today for the super chats. I just set it at 1. And the reason I did it again because it seems like once somebody if somebody does a super chat, just another one of these technology things I'm having issues, then the app, the YouTube app here will allow me to go to all messages. As it is now, I can only see top messages. But I at least from the past few days when we were doing the super chat things, when someone would do a super chat, then the chat filter would come on, and I could go to all messages. So, like there, hey, look at there, somebody just did one. So, see, I can go now. It opens up the chat filter, and I can go to all messages. Look at there, Michael McAndrews, $10 super chat 1. Thank you so much, and for that you get a yippee. Okay, well, and I'm going to give you a heart also. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for the support, and thank you for allowing me to go to all chat. And also, I don't know why this thing is it's backwards. Because you guys have been here. You've been on the show enough. You know that it's not backwards like that. It's not in reverse. And now today it is. Because I'm looking at my feed on the iPad, and I can see that it is coming out backwards for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. Oops. But and I don't have I don't want to be pushing buttons, and next thing you know the show just goes off or something. But anyhow, so thank you, Michael. Aaron's here. So we got Aaron and Jolie, both the mods here, the mod squad. Kimchi is here. Happy Yule and happy Yule and happy birthday to the sun. You're a spry 50 gajillion years old. You don't look a day under 49 gajillion. I don't know. But happy birthday to the sun. Then, nevertheless, Floyd Price is there. Hey, Floyd, good to see you. Says good show today from Hal and John. I thought you were talking about this show already. But yeah, that was a good show. I was watching. I was in there. I said hi to a bunch of you folks there in the chat. It was a good show. I think, as per always, I think Hal does a good shows pretty much all the time. Let's see. Here, so we got there's Kimchi. Oh, there's the you can see there's the new emoji. Kimchi is sporting the new Trucker John emoji there with me with the sunglasses on from the other day. So some of you said I should make that an emoji. So there it is. There's the sunglass emoji. Kimchi says, "LFG, you crazy mother truckers. I swear I need new glasses. I do. I'm due for a re-up on my prescription." Ass says, "Good to be seen here. No one sees me anymore over at MTN. Why? Who knows?" Mary Tyler Moore? No, what's MTN? Over at Midas Touch Network. They're so big for their britches. They've got like 50 gajillion subscribers. So, you get lost in the shuffle. Come over here to old Trucker John. Plenty of room over here at Trucker John. Plenty of room in the driver's lounge with our backwards. We're in the backwards world, I guess, because look, everything's coming out backwards. Let's see. Big Dog's here. Hey, there's the Big Dog. Hello, Big Dog. I saw Big Dog over there at Hal's chat. So good to see you. Thanks for coming over here for a bit. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday back at you. It's a happy Saturday back at you. Left Wing Gorilla's here. Hey, left Wing Gorilla in the driver's lounge. Nick Rich, like number 9. Hey, folks. We got 31 watching, only 27 thumbs ups. The math just doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up. Let's get those thumbs ups going. Get me out in the Al Gore rhythm. Let's see. There's Aaron. Chris Doug. Hey, Chris Doug. Parallel Universe. Yeah. I don't know why. All of a sudden, like I said, I don't mean to belabor the point, but all of a sudden my camera wants to do this back assward shit, and I'm looking at the buttons. Am I supposed to push a certain button? I mean, I pushed all those buttons that I always push normally, and I don't know. It just did it, and it bugs me. It's bugging me. I know it's gonna bug me. Riley says, "Must sabotage." It must be Musk. Riley, I think you're onto something. It must be Musk. That motherfucker. Nick Rich for the $2 super chat. Thank you, Nick. I'll give you a yippee. We've made the goal. I set the goal. I could do another goal, but we made our goal of 1. But thank you, Nick. So there we are. You get a big yippee. Al Yorkie's here. Hello, blue and gold. I guess that's Ukrainian colors, as we can see right behind me here. Yeah, Slava Ukraini. And I'm just now getting to scrolling down to the Michael McAndrews super chat. So thank you so much for that again. And because of that, I can now see all messages. So technology, right? Michael McAndrews, member for 9 months. 9 months went by real fast. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. Thanks for being a member and sticking in there with me, hanging with me. I do appreciate you. Riley says, "Summer's on the way. Days grow longer every day." Yeah, from this point on, our days are going to get longer. And boy, it's been a warm winter. I don't know where you guys are at. I know that there was some snow back east a little bit, but out here in the west, I mean, even in the mountains where there's supposed to be snow, there's like no snow. On December 21st, I mean, that's crazy. It's really crazy. And it's kind of scary because I can only imagine how hot and long the summer's going to be. I don't even want to imagine it, to tell the truth. Kimchi says it's okay. I can read cuneiform. I guess that means backwards writing. Yeah, Jolie says happy Truckerversary, Michael. That's what we're calling it. Truckerversaries. Yes, absolutely. Chris Doug says winter solstice brought us snow and cold. So you guys are getting the snow and the cold, Chris Doug. But out here, I mean, it's like spring weather practically. Nick Rich, I just noticed that the picture is reversed. Nick Rich a little slow on the uptake this morning. A little slow on the uptake. Kimchi says every year around December 21st, the sun is reborn. The sun is born, changed to the sun is born. The more you know. I don't get it. Talk about being slow on the uptake. I don't understand anything that you just said. Stephen Sayers is here saying hello to the ladies. Hello, ladies. I'm Stephen Sayers, and I'd like to send a little message out to all the ladies out there. Hello. Kimchi's getting some kafefe, I guess, apparently. I got my kafefe. I'm usually only a 1 cup person, but today I'm on my 2nd cup because why not? Chris Doug, whereabouts are you, Chris? Chris Doug, where are you? Back there. Are you in Indiana? Where's Chris Doug? You're out there freezing your butt off, eh? Why am I giving you, if I think you're from Indiana, why am I giving you a Canadian accent? I don't know. Eh? Riley says, been so warm here, I'm stuck in mud in my driveway at 19 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's all muddy. It's getting muddy. Deborah Murphy says, no snow in Kansas. I am mad. No snow tomorrow on a birthday. Well, happy birthday, first of all. You know, it's tomorrow, but in case I don't see you tomorrow, happy birthday. I hope you have a good one. And even if it's without snow, I think, you know, I hope you have a good birthday. Chris Doug down in the teens tonight. Michael Meanders, it's cold here in Michigan, like in the 20s now. Snow last night and today. Can't wait for summer to get here. So you guys are getting the snow back there in Michigan, but out here in the entire Southwest, for sure. Not just Nevada, not, you know, but there's this nothing as far as snow. Unless you get really, really high elevation, there's like a little bit of snow. It's going to be pretty bad if we don't get a good snowpack. Oh man, it's going to be a pretty horrible summer. Don O'Leary says I'm still waiting for the snow plows on my side of the street. Only 5. There's only 5 snow plows in the whole county. I don't know. Bobby Hanson's here. Hey, Bobby, good to see you. Hello, Trucker John and chat. Hello, Bobby. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us in the old chat room. Izolda Zinn is here. Hey, Izolda. Nice to see you. It says, my beloved phone of 3 years went kaput yesterday. I'm getting used to this one, but rest in peace phone with headphone jack. Oh, you had one with a headphone jack. Yeah. Now everything's all Bluetooth, probably. Riley says, snow is insulating the warm ground, which keeps the ground muddy at 19 degrees. Oh, I get you. Okay. Robert Perez. Good to see you, Robert. Thanks for joining us over here in the old driver's lounge. Robert says, top of the morning to you, Trucker John, and all trucklers. Have a groovy day. And if you see a repub on the street, tell them, fuck you. No, you know, I don't know if we have to go, you know, we have to do that. I mean, and how do you know if you see a Republican? Other than you might see a maggot because they're wearing the red maggot hat. How do you know? I mean, sometimes some people just say, I know. You just know. Chris Doug across the Hudson River from Manhattan. Oh, Chris Doug over there. Are you in New Jersey? Bobby Hanson, Merry Christmas, everyone, I hope. I hope so, too. No matter what, let's try to make it as merry as we can. Just make it as merry as you can. Like I said in house chat today, no matter how dark times might seem, let's seek out happiness wherever we can, in whatever way we can. You know, let's try to find, even if it's just the good old, like Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? Stuff. Be thankful if you have family, if you have friends. Be thankful if you got a roof over your head. I got one. I looked up there, and there it is. Well, it's actually a ceiling, but be thankful for everything and find happiness in that. I mean, there are people in Ukraine that are getting the shit bombed out of them. There are people in Gaza, in Palestine, whatever. They're getting the shit bombed out of them. So I'm thankful I'm not over there in one of those places. I'm glad I'm not getting the shit bombed out of me. So I mean, there's things to be thankful for, and we can be happy. We can find happiness in our own way, and then of course we start thinking about these people that are in those horrible places, and then you can go down a real rabbit hole there as far as getting depressed and sad. But you try not to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you can only be in control of whatever's around you, and that's try to make that the best space that you can. Anyhow, let's just try to be happy. God damn it. Left Wing Gorilla, balmy 15 degrees in Wisco. I guess that's Wisconsin. We're in Wisconsin. William's here. Hello, Trucker John and everybody else. Hello to you, William. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking in over here to the old driver's lounge. Kim, she says on December 21st. Now here we go. More sun facts. Sun info from Kimchi. Kimchi says on December 21st, the sun is born. In December 25th, the sun is born. Oh, okay, I get it. All Christianity is stolen and repurposed. People gave gifts at the coldest time to survive the winter. And I would say that Christianity isn't the only religion that has stolen things throughout time. I'm sure Christianity wasn't the first. Robert Perez, it's freezing 67 degrees in El Cajon. Yes. Get some extra firewood going down here in El Cajon. Probably going to be 75 degrees today or something. But good for you. Jeff Curry, 39 here. I may have to turn on the AC. Yes, it's getting up there. Whip out the flip-flops and the cutoffs. Don O'Leary. When I say Don O'Leary, I want to give it a bit of an Irish, for some reason, I want to go a little bit of an Irish accent, I guess, right there. And she says, my rule on how many times you get stuck determines the severity of the winter. Don O'Leary's like, what the fuck? Not how I sound. Anyhow, let's see. Scrolling on down here. Everyone, thank you all for being so nice and saying hi to everybody. I do appreciate that. Robert Perez says the MAGA hat and American flags worn on their bodies tells me they're Republican. Usually. Hey, I've been known to wear an American flag, something or other, every now and then. I think I've got some T-shirts that have a little American flag print on them. I'm not averse to having stars and stripes on my shirt. Doesn't make me a Republican. But I get you, Robert. I know, I get you. Arizona Sunflower member for 5 months. Thank you, AZ. AZ Sunflower, thank you so much. Do appreciate you being a member. Long-time member. I don't know what I just did. I've got my laptop running on the side here, and this thing is very, very touchy. I think I just barely even. I didn't think I even touched the computer. I think I just barely touched the table that the computer's on, and it did something to it. Anyhow, yeah. Thanks, Arizona Sunflowers. Appreciate you being a member. Really, really do. Kimchi says, I've always been grateful. I was born in America, at least at this to this point. Yeah, I know. Kimchi, when are we escaping to Costa Rica? Wasn't that our plan? Wasn't that our getaway? I got a go bag. I've got a go bag right here in the closet. I don't know. I'm all talk. I'm all talk though. Let me just. I gotta just check something out real quick. See, I wonder if. Let me check something. I might be killing the feed for just a second here. Hopefully, are we back? Hopefully, we're still on. I think we're still on. All right. I just wanted to check something out. Um, well, my laptop was just going crazy over here. So let's see. We've got people are cooking bread. It smells really good. Yeah, that's a good smell. Bread baking in the oven. That's a nice one. Nice and homey and cozy. Bobby Hansen says, for my wonderful neighbor, he's soon to be 92. Well, congratulations to the neighbor making it the 92 almost there. Karen Castelli's here. Karen says it's 26 in Boston. Baston. I guess I got to say Baston. Because I got that accent. I was going to try to do it. I cannot. I really shouldn't try. It'll be embarrassing to me and it'll be annoying to you. Now I don't know. This computer is just going ape shit right now. Wow. All right. Computer was going crazy. It was like a strobe light or something. Anyhow, let's see. Where are we at? We got music. Music says, "Do not trust this Trucker John. This is Mirror World, TJ, not the real TJ." Right? That's a good point. Music. We're in Mirror World. I don't know why I did that, but often the person who is stuck in Mirror World doesn't know why or how they got there. Apparently. Donald Leary laughing out loud. I think laughing out loud at the little Irish thingy I was trying to do, which is horrible, and I should not do that. Like I said, it only is It's an embarrassment to me, and it's annoying to you, I'm sure. MJ Daniel says, going to be 50 and rain today in Olympia. Uh, Not shorts and flip flop weather unless you've been drinking. You'd be surprised. Kimchi says all cultures steal from each other. Diffusion and appropriation is normal. Just don't steal my concepts and then demonize the ones you abused, in my opinion. Kimchi coming in hard and high with that one. That was a little chin music. That was coming in, 99 mile an hour fastball at my chin. I'm just kidding, Kimchi. Get that go bag ready. We're going to go to Costa Rica. David Wheeler says, "Hi, Don O'Leary, Kimchi, Jolie. Everything seems backwards sometimes." Yeah, I don't know what it is. I feel like we're. Oh, maybe it's that. Okay, yeah. Krista, God bless the U.S. mess. God bless the U.S. mess. Oh, thank you very much. As old as in, Stars and Stripes look better on Democrats. We wear it well, don't we? I agree, Isolda. I agree. Hey, Nikki Oliver. Sarah, hey, Nikki, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us over here in the old driver's lounge. Our driver's lounge. House Sparks after show hangout. At least I got the title right. Sometimes I'll write pre-show or after show, and I'll write pre-show when it's really the after show, or I'll write after show when it's really the pre-show, or I'll put Thursday when it's really Tuesday, and Tuesday when it's really Thursday. Talk about your backwards world. I'm just a backwards dude. Chris Doug says, I've been to Costa Rica. It's great, but it rains too much for my taste. If escaping the Musk presidency, it means I got to put up a little rain. I might put up with the rain. I just heard a loud voice in the courtyard. I heard, and it really it got my attention. Let's see. MJ says, "Lord help us fix the U.S. mess." Lord help us fix the what? Why do I sing everything? I think I'm just a frustrated singer. Translation means I can't sing for shit. Tim Farrell says, "Hi gang, multitasking but listening to John's nonsense." Thank you, Tim. Thank you for bringing me back down to earth. Nonsense, you say? You know what? I wish the other Tim would come back. No, I'm just. We used to have two Tims. Now we're down to one. So. Kimchi says, "Hi, OG Tim. Will try to increase the nonsense for your listening pleasure." Music says, "I think I've read that the smell of fresh baked bread being a good smell is a cultural thing." Wow. MJ Daniel says, "I need to get back to Seattle and the Pike Street Market. The smells walking through it are amazing. Probably lots of good coffee smells and bakeries and pot." No, I don't know. I need a cough button. Where's my cough button? Arizona Sunflower says, "That's what my iPad does. Just got a new one, but still use this one for YouTube." Yeah, I've got this old laptop to the side. I thought I would have it over here, and if I saw something interesting going on, I could click on it. So far, I'm not really seeing anything new or interesting. I just see stuff about a house passing a short-term spending package, and that almost feels like old news now. I mean, we've been hearing, I guess they did that yesterday or last night. It says government shutdown averted just after deadline in Congress as Congress rejects something. I'm just seeing some of the headlines of some of these YouTube videos. But yeah, it looks like crisis averted until March at least, so that's good. I mean it's good, but then just in 3 months we're going to be going through this shit all over again. I wish they would just pass a goddamn budget that's good for, I don't know, at least 2 years or something. Or a yearly budget. Pass your yearly fucking budget. Instead of making this, just continually just using this as some, leverage thing or whatever. Be responsible and just pass a goddamn budget like you're supposed to. They're supposed to pass a budget every year. Oh, now I think I just got a message from my daughter. But see, on my iPad, I could see I got the message here. I guess I should check it real quick. For some reason, I'm not seeing it on my iPad. I don't know why, and I should be getting it on my. I should be getting it. My daughter's in town. She's just driving through. Her and her friend. were in town. Her friend just graduated from college, and they were up in Arizona, and they've been sort of doing a little road trip, just going and seeing some sights, seeing some stuff, like go on a drive like through Utah and stuff. So last night they were on the way down, and we hung out for a little bit, went out and had some donuts. They these crazy kids, they find out about stuff on the internet, and so we checked out this donut place, and we hung out for a little bit, and then they decided to stay the night. So they got a hotel on the strip, her and her friend, and I was going to see. We were thinking about maybe. Are we back? Okay. See, I'm sorry. I had to check something real quick. I don't know why. Okay, I guess I can see here now on my iPad. Yeah, I'm just texting something to my daughter. She texted me it, it's kind of weird. Some of the messages are coming through on my iPad, and some of them aren't. I don't know. It's really weird. I think they're just now getting going from their hotel. Um, I wasn't sure if we were going to meet up for breakfast or if they're just going to head home. Um, my daughter was just asking because she knows I don't have a car right now, so she was asking if she wanted me to just uh, go with them back to her place in California for Christmas. But I just said no. I think I'd rather just stay here. Nothing against. I mean, I would love to. I would love to go and spend Christmas with my kids, but I don't want to. I don't know. I just don't like the whole the logistics of it. I don't know. It's just I just don't like it. So we'll see though. Now I'm just scrolling down. I'm not sure where I left off on the chat. So anyway, we'll just pick up anywhere here. Robert Perez, I still believe a flag belongs on a pole. No, I guess not on someone's body. Well, I think there's a difference between a flag and a print, or something that has a print that looks like a flag. But a flag is a flag, and a print design is a print design. You know what I mean? I mean, there's been sort of like red, white, and blue patriotic type designs that have been placed on products my entire life. So going back, like you could buy paper plates, and let's say you're getting together for 4th of July, and so you'll see paper plates that have like an American flag type of print on the plates and on the cups, and I don't see anything wrong with that. So likewise, I don't see anything wrong with having a T-shirt that has like a print of an American, what looks like a print that is taken from the design of the U.S. flag. That doesn't make that shirt a flag, in my opinion. It's just depicting an image of the flag. I think they're two different things. So in other words, because I remember there's been this argument of like who's patriotic, who's not patriotic, uh, and then one side complains about the other side disrespecting the flag, or burning the flag or whatever. But then the other side will say, "Well, you're wearing a flag," and they're not really wearing a flag. They're wearing a shirt that has a print that's designed after the flag or based on the flag. And those are basically is the, let's say, the liberals or the right wing or the left wingers. That's what they lobby at towards the right wingers. So in this case, I'm like sticking up for the right wingers because I've worn T-shirts that have designs and patterns or whatever that look like an American flag. But that's not a flag. To me, that's not a flag. That is a shirt that has a depiction of that's designed or taken after the flag. It's not a flag. That doesn't make it a flag. A shirt is a shirt and a flag is a flag. And just because that shirt has some red, white, and blue and some stars on it, that doesn't mean that shirt is a flag. Okay? That's how I feel about that. I think it's okay to be patriotic. I think it's okay to wear some stars and stripes and some red, white, and blue to show your patriotism, to show your love of the country. And that doesn't mean you're a right-wing lunatic. That's my opinion. Leslie Peters, I think your camera is flipped or something. Yeah, my camera is reacting to the Musk presidency, I think. I don't know. That we're living in a backwards world, not quite upside down, but certainly backwards, I guess. But hey, Leslie, thanks for being here, by the way. Good to see you. Mr. Spock is here. Hey, good. Live long and prosper to Mr. Spock. I know it looks like I'm just spreading out all four fingers, but I'm trying to do the thing that they do. Mr. Spock says, howdy, everyone. What's this Trucker John, the evil mirror universe, like in Star Trek episode Mirror, Mirror? This might be the way it's going to be because I don't know how to fix it. It just did it on its own. This backwards thing. It's going to just be that way until the thing decides to fix itself because I don't know why or how it did it. Anyhow, I hope your chickens are okay, by the way. Nick Chris says, try some backwards masking, John. Let's see. Magua Crone says, hi from sunny 59-degree Orlando, Florida. There you go. That actually seems a little cool for Orlando. Big Dog says, you'd think a Trucker's Lounge would have a waitress. I need a refill. No, the Trucker's Lounge, there's no waitresses in the Trucker's Lounge. No. Most Trucker's Lounges, they got a table in the corner with maybe a coffee pot, or maybe if it's a nicer Trucker's Lounge, they'll have like a Keurig one. You just pop in your own little K-cup thingy. Usually some styrofoam cups, not even paper cups, but they might have some styrofoam cups. Little packets of sugar, you know. Some of the, the powder, non-dairy creamer or whatever. little plastic swizzle sticks. Yeah, that's over there in the corner on a folding table. That's how it works. Let's see here. Arizona Sunflowers, ground control of the Trucker John. Ground control, the Trucker John. Let's see. Who else is down here? Mr. Spock. Hey, Kimchi, just want TJ to do his Captain Kirk impression. Spock. That's it. Mr. Spock. I can't do it. Yes, Scotty. Beam me up. This planet. It's crazy. I just hit the table with my arm. I don't know. Sometimes it comes out. It sounds like a fart noise. So I did not fart. If that did that, but I hit the table with my hand. Marcus Mill says, "What bakeries in what bakeries and pot? Hell yeah, that's what's going on. Wait, yeah, I get it. I think I get what you're saying, man. Because I made the reference about Pike Street and blah, blah. Arizona Sunflowers. It does, but I can't eat it much anymore. But I can still enjoy the aroma. About the bread smelling good, I guess, and everything. Riley says New York trivia from Riley. Hey, Riley. Let's see. Riley has his trivia. The movie lot filmed The Sopranos at used to be the Silver Cup Bread Factory, the best smelling area in New York City, Queens side of 59th Street Bridge. That's some good trivia right there. Big Dog NC says, Mr. Spock, in Mirror Universe, Trucker John would have to dye his beard black. Yeah. So there, I'm not in the Mirror Universe. Let me just check this out real quick. Let's see what's going on. Karen Costelli says they shut down in March when President Elon, Vivek, and Trump will be in charge. Oh, so you don't think they'll? I think they'll. I don't think they're ever going to shut it down. I think Trump wanted it to shut down right now so he could blame that on Biden, since Biden's still president. So I think this just goes to show really how weak Trump and Musk are, because they wanted to shut it down. Musk and Trump they wanted to shut it down, and they couldn't do it because they're not as strong as they think, and they're not, they don't have as much sway as they thought. So I think that's an encouraging sign for us. Anyhow, Kim, she says, TJ, my daughter refuses to leave, so if she can't afford this house or move, I can't rent it, so it wouldn't be saving any money. All right, so your daughter's the holdout. Oh, okay. Have to work on that. Big Dog says, how long can he hold his arm up? I don't know what that was about. Riley says, when my time done, I've come to pass, bury me upside down so the world can kiss my peace sign. Really going to shovel now. Had to finish smoking the joint. Well, yeah, it's good to take a little break so you don't have a heart attack. Take a little break, smoke a J, and then get back to shoveling. Big Dog says, when you freeze on screen, does that make you an ice road trucker? It just means I'm stuck in the backwards world, I guess. I don't know. Robert Perez says, when you look down on your computer, you look like a shoe cobbler in shop. Like when I'm over here, because my computer's over here. iPad's over here. Here's the layout. Up here is the iPhone that I'm doing the show from, right there. To my right and down a little bit is my laptop. And then in front of me and down a little bit is the iPad. So, I don't know. But yeah, I'm over here just seeing if there's anything to check out. I see a House Spark short video. Well, it's 37 minutes long about Tim Pool. I see. Tony Michaels is on. I shouldn't talk about other people that are on at the same time because that's not good form. But Tony Michaels, since I brought up, I guess he's live talking about drones or distraction. I've already talked about the drones, and I've already said that it's a distraction. I talked about this a week ago. I'm way ahead of Tony Michaels on this one. I'm way ahead. I'm so far ahead of Tony Michaels, it's not even funny. I already said a week ago this was a distraction. Over a week ago. It's all a distraction, folks. So we talk about that instead of talking about all the shitty fucking, Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. and Kash Patel picks being picked for his cabinet positions and all that shit, and departments and stuff. Let's talk about the drones. Oh my God, the drones. Tony Michaels, I'm way ahead of you on that one. I'm so far ahead of you, I'm coming back around. And I'm lapping you, Tony Michaels. Tony Michaels, you're probably watching my show just to get ideas for your show. That's how much better my show is than your show, Tony Michaels. Same way with Cliff Schechter. Cliff Schechter's talking about the same shit that I talked about days ago. Even Randy Rhoads. I think they all secretly watch my show and get ideas from me and then talk about it. I'm way ahead. I'm so ahead of the curve. I'm so fucking ahead that I'm backwards. Look at, I'm backwards. See how I did that? See how I weaved it? I did the weave. Arizona says minus touch. I think you mean minus out of touch. I'm the trendsetter here. I'm the trendsetter. They all copy me. Robert Perez says, I understand what you're saying about flag pins and a 4th of July or July t-shirts. I'm talking about the people that overdo their wardrobe is all stars and stripes. Yeah, I don't judge. I'm not judging. I mean, there's a time and place for everything. And, I mean, obviously, there are people that probably dress that way almost every single day, every time they leave the house, head to toe in red, white, and blue. Okay, I might look at that person and I might draw some judgments and might think that person's might be a little odd, but I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll reserve my full judgment until I actually meet the person and talk to the person, and then when they start saying whatever they're going to say, if it's all a bunch of if it's all a bunch of weird ass shit, then you're like, okay, this person's gone. Okay, I got to check something real quick here. Yeah, see, it's not coming through on here. Damn it. Let me just write something real quick. All right, so I'm gonna have to just go over here. I gotta check something real quick. All right, where did I leave off? Marsha had to charge her phone. Yeah, it's fine, perfectly fine. Jeff Curry, peace all. Gonna go get to the city early and perform my mandatory inspection at the dispensary, then go see Grand Dogs before concerts. Well, Jeff Curry's got a busy day planned, it looks like. MJ Daniel, American flag style clothes is one thing. MAGA American flag stuff is too far for me. Riley said flag clothing is against the U.S. flag code. There's no law against it. And I'm not talking about using a flag and turning it into some clothing. I'm talking about just clothing that has a design that looks like a flag. I think those are two different things. Anyhow, Nikki Oliver, welcome to Driver. Thank you, Nikki. Welcome to Driver. Woohoo, Nikki. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being a member of the Trucker John Livestream. I don't know if Spock. I'm waiting to see if Spock liked my Captain Kirk impression. Well, Spock, you're so logical. That was it. Kimchi says men are clueless about babies. I don't know about that. Daniel sounds nice, but Florida, no thanks right now. Putin's puppy. I have to untick mirror my image in video settings, I think. Maybe I'll have to do it after the show. I'm not touching anything now. But it's just so weird because I haven't touched anything, and then all of a sudden it does that, just on its own. You know, it's really, really weird. But anyhow, Puppy, thanks for chiming in. Thanks for being here, hanging out with us for a little bit here. GXulian, whatever. I did my homework on baby care when I was a dad and pitched in when I wasn't at work. Good for you. That's good for you for pitching in. Nick Rich, 12 noon. So I'm 12 minutes behind in the chat. Thank you, Nick Rich, for that little time update there. Kimchi says, my husband held her and changed her. He held her upside down by her ankles and wondered why she threw up on him. Jolie says, I've been binge watching TOS this week. What's TOS? Terms of service? Boy, Jolie, you have strange viewing habits. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what TOS is. Star Trek? No. I thought it would be something Trekky. What was that? I heard a little beep noise. That was weird. That was kind of weird. Let's see. MJ Daniel, he is wearing a Rams hat. That is kind of the same as the black goatee. MJ Daniel, you're just mad because my Rams beat your Seahawks. And my Rams are going to win the division. And you guys are going to be lucky to make a wild card spot. David Winner says, I like the machine at Flying J that grinds gourmet beans for your coffee. Don O'Leary says, business trip to Hawaii. My child 3 weeks old. My husband said I can hold and proceed to fall and drop her. I am really a bitch. Okay. Not sure if I should have read that one or not. Steve Sayers says T&M, I guess that's Trump and Musk, also wanted the debt ceiling raised before Trump takes office. And to which at first I said, yeah, go ahead, because we've been wanting to raise it or eliminate the debt ceiling anyhow. But then I heard that they wanted to put a 2-year limit on it. So that they could just do all the damage in the next 2 years, so screw that. But hey, let them fight. The Republicans are the ones fighting right now. Let them fight. Let them go at each other. Let them tear each other up. Just pop the popcorn. Let's sit back and just watch the Republican Party tear each other up. It's not incumbent upon me or any of us to help them out. I mean, the Democrats, they had a proposal, and it was already worked out. I think had bipartisan support, as far as the budget. It's there. It's ready to go. And then, Musk put the kibosh on that. Is that how you say it? Anyhow. And now they're back. I don't know if they're back to that original thing. They may have taken some things out or whatever, but it's not like the Democrats didn't try. The Democrats gave it a good shot. They went in, negotiated an agreement, and then it was the Republicans that started fighting against each other. So let them fight. Let them do it. They're going to be doing this all through the Trump administration. The Republicans are going to be fighting against each other. Just let them fight, and we should just sit back, relax, and behind the scenes or wherever, start gearing up for 2026 and 2028. Take back the Congress in 2026. Get the White House back in 2028. Let the Republicans fight each other. Let them destroy their own party. And we should be trying to make our party stronger. And by realizing that, we have disagreements that are between the moderates and the progressives, mainly. But we need to have come from the point of view that it's okay to disagree. We can agree to disagree. And at the end of the day, we're not going to do anything that's going to hurt the party. That's what we need to, especially, the members of Congress need to understand that. We're not going to do anything that's going to hurt the party. We can have disagreements and we can try to work things out, but we need to take it from the point of view of doing that, of trying to just work things out, hammer things out, but we don't need to get dirty. We don't need to get nasty. We can be the adults in the room. And over there on the other side of the aisle, let them, scratch each other's eyes out or whatever. All right, I got to check something real quick here. My daughter wants to pick me up for breakfast, even though I already had breakfast. See, they're just now getting up and getting out of their hotel. So this might be a shortened show. I think my daughter's going to pick me up. I'd like to spend some time with her. Since I'm not going to go up there for Christmas down there, we can spend today together. So anyhow, alrighty. So as soon as my daughter gets here, I'll probably be ending the show today. So we can hang out for a little bit. All right, guys. So where are we at? Okay, Nikki Oliver Driver. I saw that already. Bubba Rez, your computer is tweaking out. What's it doing? My daughter said, because I told her that when she gets here, let me know, and I'll end the show. And then she said, maybe we could say hi on it. Like she wants to come in and say hi. If you guys want to see my daughter, let me know in the chat, and I'll keep it going on, I guess, or something. I don't know. Where am I at in the chat here? John O'Leary, well, you're good. Majority of men don't anticipate situations in regards to children. Okay, so I already read all that. Teresa TAK, hey, Teresa is here. Good to see Teresa. Thanks for joining us over here in the driver's lounge. More greetings back and forth with everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying hi. Michael McAndrew says, I have about 20 to 30 PCs, so I never have trouble getting online. I also have 2 cable modems, so I can test my server software between 2 IPs. That's a lot of PCs. Let's see here. Sarah Nelson says, I think it looks tacky and ridiculous. Flags look best flying on a pole. And that's fine. Everyone has their own opinion. I'm just saying, I was just pointing out, I think there's a bit of a double standard or about on both sides. This is one of the things where both I'm generally not a both sides do it type of person, but I think both sides do on this when it comes to this thing about the flag. They kind of go back and forth, and kind of the sides can kind of contradict themselves a little bit. Michael McAndrew's not bad critic impression, John. Well, thank you, Michael. At least Michael McAndrews gave me some feedback on that. Jolie says, follow Trucker John Blue Sky. Oh, yeah, there's my Blue Sky. I think I'm up to 1,600 followers over there. Thank you very much. Everyone who has followed me over there. Suzanne Fourier-Seppi says, I hear Andrea and House Sparks banned West from House Sparks channel. They probably just, had enough, finally had enough. Aaron West, TOS, the original series. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Well, I knew it had something to do with Trekkies. So you're talking about the original series, Star Trek series. It's a good one. That's the one I watched. I never really got into all the spin-offs. And not because I don't like them or anything, but a lot of times, a lot of those were going on in the 90s. I was working graveyard shift for 12 years, and I just really didn't watch. I was very selective in what I could watch, because most of what I would watch was either I would set a timer on my VHS recorder and record some shows to watch later. At some point later in the late 90s, maybe had a DVR or something where I could do a little bit more shows. But it was, I had a few shows that I could that I would get to, so I never really got into the Star Trek stuff. I didn't get into the Stargate stuff, that Stargate. I know that's different universe, different show, but I mean, there's a lot of things I didn't really get into, and I had to be kind of selective. I remember the shows that I kind of taped to watch were what's the one with Sam, the guy that does the time travel thing, with Sam, Sam. I really liked that show, and there was a few other shows that I would tape and then watch them the next day or sometime during the week. So there's a lot of shows I just didn't have time to get into. And then as it got into the 2000s, then I went from working graveyard shift to being a truck driver out on the road. And really for almost the first several years of doing that, it was very hard to watch shows. It wasn't really until the last probably 8 or 9 years that streaming got really good, and where you can stream shows from just about anywhere in the country. And that's when it got a little bit normal as far as being able to watch stuff. But even the first 10 years of my truck driving, it was all basically. I had a little 13-inch combo TV. The first one was a VHS TV combo, so I was watching VHS tapes. Then I upgraded to a DVR. I mean, well, yeah, DVR or whatever, compact disc player, um, or that plays movies or whatever, and combo with a like a 13-inch color TV, and that was when like Netflix, when you were getting everything in the mail. I would just order up a bunch of movies. I'd go home on my home time, get them, take them on the road with me, and then you mail them all back, and then you'd order some more, and then you'd have some more waiting for you when you got home again. So I was doing that for a while, and then, like I said, it wasn't really until probably I don't know, 8, 9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I don't know, but where the streaming started getting better and better, and where you could actually just you could watch Netflix or Hulu or whatever on the road. But the first 10 years, it was pretty difficult. It was much more difficult. Now you could just watch everything on your iPhone if you want. I mean, it's really really easy. Anyhow, so I guess that's why I didn't really get into the spin-off shows too much, because I just didn't have time to watch all those shows. Let's see, Robert Perez, that was probably your tiny microphone screaming for a recharge. No, it's well, I got a green light. I think it's okay, Robert. I hope everything's going okay. Robert Perez, I heard a rumor that kimchi is a hot dish. Jolie says every few years I rewatch all the Star Trek series. So far this time I've watched Voyager, TNG, that's Star Trek: The Next Generation. Thank you for that clarification. And am on the original series right now. All right. Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. Robert Perez, I'm not even sure if they're even chicks. I caught one already, laughing out loud. I'm mid-thread on that one. Definitely mid-thread, because I don't know what that's about. Mr. Spock 420 pass alert. Oh, passing around. Robert Perez says, yesterday I was bombarded with a lot of Asian women trying to convince me to buy crypto now. Oh, yeah, over on Blue Sky. Yeah, just beware. Beware. Suzanne Forisepi says, I'm going to the dog park. Have a great day, everybody. Well, you too, Suzanne. Have a good time over there at the dog park. Mrs. Spock, I gave you 2 Vulcan hand gestures up, TJ, for the Captain Kirk impression. Is that 2 out of 2, or is that 2 out of 5, or is that 2 out of 10? I mean, I'm just gonna assume that's good. I don't know. Robert Perez, it seems like your video stops, then catches up frequently. Well, that's because a couple of times I was checking my text messages out. So yeah, it did stop. Because I was checking it out over there. I don't know. I don't know why the technology is being so mean to me. Floyd Price, do what you need to do. Family always comes first, otherwise it may not last. Exactly. There's sunflowers. We'll have a great time. See you later. Well, I'm still on. I'm still here. Robert read. Oh yeah. Okay, I read that one with Robert. There's the update, Jolie, with the super chats and sharing and buy me a coffee. Thank you, Jolie, for putting that link in there. I do appreciate it. All righty. Nick Rich, who uses a VHS recorder? I was talking about damn near 20 years ago, Nick. Or even 30 years ago. I was talking about the 90s and the early 2000s. In my truck, I think I had a VHS player, and then I upgraded to a DVD player. That's in the early 2000s. My whole thing was that, eventually things got better, technology got better, so I could actually stream. I could just stream shows off on my iPad and watch TV out that way. But there was a progression there. As old as Incest Trucker John, did you hear about Sesame Street being canceled because it's not profitable? I'm planning to cancel HBO Max and complain. I didn't even know Sesame Street was on HBO Max. I thought Sesame Street was on PBS or something. And I thought it was on public broadcasting, so it didn't have to make a profit. No, I did not hear, really. I did not hear about any of that. Richard says, what's with the mirror image behind? I don't know, Richard. I don't know. I know it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for you over there, but so you missed the beginning. I don't know what's going on. We're in a backwards world. Maybe it's just my way of. It's like my distress signal. I'm sending out a distress signal to the rest of the world. We're in the backwards world. Freefoot28 here says, off to Swaziland tomorrow with sister for skiing. I am poor. She is rich. Baby sister loves me. Suzanne F. Hang in there. Well, have a good time, Prevent. That sounds pretty awesome. I don't know where Swaziland is, but if you're going skiing, that sounds fun, and your sister is taking you. That's great. Have a great time. Hey, Surfer Norm's here. Surfer Norm says, I like Stargate with Richard Anderson. It was okay. Now even with free Pluto and Tubi, you could get most anything. Right. That was my point. Tom Bias is here. Tom says, TJ, I am not a troll. I am a lifelong Democrat, and I agree with most of your political views. Just letting you know. Well, thank you for letting me know, Tom. I appreciate that. Richard says, see you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile. All right, then. Robert Perez, the internet was made to make your life easier. Ha, ha, ha. If internet was a person, I'd be in jail for murder a long time ago. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh, Robert Perez. Eileen, Nick Rich, for your information, Eileen Kaw still has a VHS player. So there. And you know what? I bet you I have one in my storage. I bet you I still have a VHS player somewhere in a box in my storage. As old as it says, PBS had to give it to HBO because they couldn't afford it. Oh, I haven't been keeping up with the Sesame Street in quite a while. I think we might have watched it a little bit in the early 2000s with my kids, but not that much, really. To tell the truth, it was more like Blue's Clues and Bob the Builder and what's her face, Dora the Explorer, shit like that we watched a lot with the kids. Aaron West, Nick, for your information, has a VHS player. So there. Nick Rich, I've got a box of old VHS tapes looking for a player. I too have boxes of VHS in my storage. Rosanna General Hospital for me. Eileen, I always say Ca. I don't know if it's short for California, but I always say Ca. I don't know. Anyhow, it says that Marshall, we would have been friends. Me too. Marshall says, ha ha. I used to tape all my children, One Life to Live, and General Hospital. I used to tape. What was this? The freaking show where the guy would travel through time. His name was Sam, or one of them was named Sam, and it was about quantum physics, quantum leap. Was it called Quantum Leap? I used to tape that show all the time because I really liked that show. Eileen Call says, yes, it is California, John. Call is okay. Just glad to be here. Well, I'm glad you're here too. And if I remember, I'll say Eileen, California from now on. Nick Rich, I recorded the Three Stooges. Good for you, Nick. Yeah, Quantum Leap, Quantum Leap, Quantum Leap, everyone. Okay, all right. Quantum Leap. I worked it out. I worked it out, and I worked my way through it. Like I got it. Mr. Spock says, I like the Bixby the Cat Kid Show. Bixby says, relax. I thought he was on massive depressants. I don't remember that show at all. Vicky says, was thinking about Opal Gardner just this morning. I don't know who that is. I have no idea who Opal Gardner is. Was that on one of the shows like Blue's Clues or something? Aaron West says, my sibling was in the new Quantum Leap. Oh, I never, I didn't see that. I remember the new one came out. Has it already been canceled? I don't even know. And I remember I wanted to check it out because I was a big fan of the original. And I never did get around to watching it. I suppose it'll be on streaming somewhere. What did you think of it? Aaron, did you like? Was it a good show? Did you like it? Because I haven't seen the new one. Robert Perez says, I used to record Select TV after dark on my dad's VHS until my mom found out. Oh, Robert, you naughty, naughty boy. Alvin Stube says, hey, Alvin Stube, by the way, thanks for being here. Alvin says, Big Bird was Sophrentic. He was the only one that could see Snuffleupagus or whatever the name was. Oh, that's right. That's right. Paul Burrows, I like Steamboat Willie. Wasn't that the early Mickey Mouse? Aaron West, the new Quantum Leap only lasted 2 seasons. It's on Peacock. It was great. Oh, see, that's how far behind I am. I didn't even know that there was a second season, and that it's already off the air. But it's on Peacock. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. I guess it's hard to bring back a show like sometimes, I guess, because the first one was pretty popular. There was quite a few seasons. I forget how many seasons, but it went a lot of seasons. Mr. Spock, the opening song went, it's Bixby and me, we live in a tree. Yeah, that's not ringing any bells for me. Marsha, I like the later version of Hawaii Five-0. That's another one I never really watched. I think I've seen little bits and pieces of it. It's got Scott Conn, right, in it, and I think some people that were in Lost. It's kind of all I remember, but that's actually lasted quite a few. I don't know if it's still on, but that went quite a few seasons, so I guess it must have been somewhat popular. Nick Rich, but I still like the old original, actually. But Bookham Dano, all that kind of shit. Nick Rich says, now I want to look in the box and see what tapes are in there. Big Dog NC says, the right thinks Sesame Street is too woke. Oh, yeah. They don't like anything that, that puts them on the spot, that makes them question their actions. That's all that anti-woke bullshit is about. They don't want to be asked to be introspective about anything. Because I think deep down they know that they're dirtbags. Deep down they know that they are wrong about so many things. So they get very offensive, very offended, very defensive at the same time, if that's possible. And that's why they come at you with all this shit. Rosanna, I have all the Seinfeld shows on VHS. Funniest thing, I think I used to tape some Seinfeld, and I think I taped a bunch of The Simpsons, because because a lot of times I'd be in bed sleeping or just getting up and getting ready for work, so I would just tape them. Marcia says, yes, Trucker John, 10 seasons. Yeah, the original Quantum Leap, I guess, was 10 seasons. Wow. Vicky, hey, Vicky's here, says she was in All My Children. She went to Mama's Family. Funniest character in the soap owned a hair salon called Opal's Glamorama. Well, there you go. Tom Bias says digital antenna television carries all the old shows. Don O'Leary, Nick Rich, VHS, I know what you mean. What else do I have? David in Grand Prairie, Texas is here. Says hi, y'all. Hi, Jolie. Doppelganger and Surfer Norm. Thanks, David from Grand Prairie, Texas. Thanks for checking on in the old driver's end. We're just hanging out. We're just doing a hang. Azula Zen, teaching kids empathy and manners. Woke mind virus. David in Grand Prairie, Texas. Should I delete my chats before TJ gets to them? I don't know. Why would you do that? Server Norm, it's the Jefferson. Oh, there it goes. Server Norm says it's the Jefferson. Is the Jeffersons really woke? They might say that. I don't know. Mr. Spock says CBC put the goodies on after school, would rush home to watch it. Then half through the season they canceled it because at CBC figured out it wasn't a good show. I've never heard of goodies. So I don't know. That's a Canadian thing, eh? I guess, eh? Up there in Canada. Scott Bakula, yes, that was Scott Bakula, the star of Quantum Leap. Arizona Sunflowers, yes, Sesame Street has all colors of people that are maybe gay, disabled kids, old people, everything the right dislikes or is uncomfortable with. Yeah. And I'm sure there are many people on the right that are disabled or have disabled family members, people with learning disabilities, the whole thing, and have gay children, gay whatever family members, and they would rather just sort of sweep them under the rug rather than being proud to have them in their family. It's really weird. Nick Rich says, I had a friend with a camcorder. He took lots of family videos. I have had several camcorders in my lifetime and took lots of family videos. Christina Weibel's here. Hey, Christina, good to see you. Thanks for joining us here in the old Driver's Lounge. Says, I watched Sesame Street with my son, and he's 44 and is very respectful. There you go. That's good to hear. Rosanna says, Scott Bakula was a captain in the Star Trek shows. Oh, that's right. He was in one of the spin-off shows. I'm sure Jolie could chime in and let us know exactly which series that was in. But I do remember Scott Bakula, rhymes with Dracula, being in there. Mr. Spock, it's a British show, TJ. Okay, goodies. Over there from the BBC. Eileen, California says saw Scott Bakula at Disneyland on the submarine ride. Right, fun, yeah. Tom Bias, the right hate public television. I guess anything with the word public in it, I think they hate. I don't know, for some reason. David in Grand Prairie, Texas, the big comfy couch, great kids TV from up norte. Up norte, the big comfy couch. I seem to remember that. I don't think I really watched it, but I think I remember seeing that. Rob Perez, I love to watch PB's Playhouse. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I remember watching a few of those. They were funny. Nikki Oliver says, spot on, John. Thank you very much. Once again, just a reminder, I'm light years ahead of Tony Michaels and Cliff Schechter, by the way. They'll probably be talking about the stuff we're talking about now on their next shows coming up. Just to let you know. I'm a trendsetter. Don't be surprised if you start seeing their videos talking about the big comfy couch and Quantum Leap, I guess. Nick Rich, I can understand hanging on to personal recordings, but not old TV shows or movies. I of course I have the family videos, but I think I still have a bunch of the old, which is silly now, but at the time, you got to remember, at the time that I boxed those up, things weren't so readily available. But now you can get anything, you can find almost anything on Netflix or Hulu or all these different streaming services. But so yeah, now, I agree, but I'm sure I have boxes of old TV shows on VHS that probably look like shit by now because those tapes degrade after a while. Christina Weibel, I like Quantum Leap. Me too. That was one of my favorite shows in the, I guess that was the 90s, right? Yeah. Alvin Stu, Bacala is in NCIS New Orleans also. I've seen a few of those episodes. I've seen that show a few times. Maybe that's like 2 or 3 that I've caught over the past few years. And they're good. I like them. Big Dog NC and Mr. Rogers. Yeah, Mr. Rogers. We would watch Mr. Rogers. Romper Room was a classic. I remember Romper Room back in my day when I was like in kindergarten. Mr. Black, Lunette is sexy. I don't know who Lunette is. Was that on the Goodies show? Maybe, I guess. Tom Bias, NCS New Orleans also had the kid from Sling Blade. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the guy. Oh, he's grown up now, right? Of course, obviously. Christina Weibel says, my dad and I have VHS tapes and a player to play them. Well, there you go. Why not? Why not? Marcia says, Captain Kangaroo and Bozo's Circus, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I remember Captain Kangaroo when I was a kid, and Bozo, going back to the 60s. I remember those. Nick Rich, I remember. That's why I'm going to look in that old crate. MJ Daniel says, stood in line for hot spiced wine next to Clint Eastwood at the lodge in Sun Valley, Idaho one time in the 90s. That is about it for my celeb stories. Did you say hi to Clint, at least? I was on a ski lift in Big Bear, California at Snow Summit. This was probably... I think this was in the 80s. Must have been in the 80s, early 80s. I just hopped on the ski lift. Somebody else hopped on, and we're going up, and I look over, and it's Peter Graves. I don't know if you guys remember Peter Graves. He was the guy from Mission Impossible. It was freaking Peter Graves. So, we were going all the way to the top. It was kind of a long ski lift because I remember it was from the bottom, the very bottom, and then we took a lift that was going all the way to the top, and it was Black Diamond skiers. No, and so I look over and I'm thinking, I'm thinking to myself. I didn't say it out loud, but I'm like, fucking Peter Graves, man. So I'm like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you say? I don't know. So I was like, hey, how's it going? He's like, hey, yeah, pretty good. And I go, I think I just talked to him. I don't think I said, "Hey, aren't you the guy from Mission Impossible?" I think I just had a conversation about, like, I don't know, the ski conditions or something. Hey, it snow's good today, huh? Yeah, fresh powder. Yeah, I don't know. We just had a conversation like that, that type of a thing, sort of just niceties. What do you call it? I didn't go, "Hey, man, you're Peter Graves." I don't think I did. I think I at some point I might have went like, "You're Peter Graves, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I go, "I thought I recognized you." I think that's what I did. And he goes, "Yeah, that's me." And I go, "Oh yeah, cool." And I'm like, "You come up here a lot?" He goes, "Yeah, I've been skiing up here for years and years." And so yeah, that was that. Don't really remember Peter Graves. I remember Peter Graves, handsome dude. Oh yes, very handsome. Nicky Oliver, Mission Impossible rocks. Steven Sayers, Peter Graves, Sky King. Was he in a movie called Sky King? I guess. Airplane. Peter Graves from Airplane. Yeah, I guess he was in that too. Was he one of the pilots? Him and the other guy. What's his face? Yeah. Yeah, John from Las Vegas is Peter Graves and James Arness from Gunsmoker Brothers. Yeah, I knew that. Hey, John from Las Vegas. By the way, good to see you. Thanks for joining us over here in the old driver's lounge. Thanks for hanging out with us. Marcia says, my mom and I watched Mission Impossible with Peter Graves. My dad and I watched Combat. There you go. You had different viewing options with each parent. Arlene, California, you played it cool. Yeah, I played it cool. But I think I did say, like, "You're Peter Graves, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I go, "Yeah." And I just go, "Yeah, I thought I recognized you." And he was like, "Yeah, it's me." And then I just started talking about Snow Summit and the ski and the snow and the thing and the da boo boo. At one point, I think I said, "Hey, those are nice rosinals you got there." I don't know. Trucker John follows Trucker John's son on YouTube. Oh, there's that. Yes, there it is. There's the link to my son's YouTube channel. He's at 76 subscribers. I think thanks to you guys, I think we've given him about 35 or 36 subscriptions. So if you guys want to go over there, I'm trying to get him to 100. You want to click on my son's link and give him a subscription or subscribe to his channel. That would be really, really awesome. MJ Daniel says, I said hi to Clint, then moved on. Sun Valley was a big celebrity spot for a while. Saw Bruce Willis there too, actually. Oh yeah, Sun Valley. That was a very well known place for skiing and stuff. Yeah, celebrities would go there. Robert Perez says, was Clint Eastwood talking to an empty chair when you saw him? Ba-da-bum. Paul Burrows says, I was a meat cutter in Sun Valley, Idaho for Adam West, Bruce Willis, Arnold Swollenbecker, Clint Eastwood, Merrill Hemingway. Well, that's pretty cool. Paul Burrows. That's pretty darn cool. Island, California says, oof, today is my wedding anniversary date. We had a big fiesta, a little bit sad since he passed away many years ago. Oh, it's sad to hear about that, her husband passing away. But, you got the memories, and it's got to be very bittersweet. So glad you're hanging out with us. Maybe we can talk about old movies or something. Nick Rich already subbed. Marsha, I subbed to your son. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you so much. John from Las Vegas. Good to see Janelle. Janelle's here. Hey, Janelle, I subbed a while ago. Thank you, Janelle. Thanks for subbing to my son's channel. And thank you for being here. And make sure you guys sub to my channel and share it. Because where else can you go and get this kind of just spellbinding, backwards imagery? I don't know. I say nowhere, but I almost guarantee it. Next week, Tony Michaels and Cliff Schecter will both have backward images on their shows. That's how much of a trendsetter I am. That's how much they copy me. They will have backward images, and they'll be talking about how they saw Peter Graves on a ski lift. Guarantee it. Mark my words. Those motherfuckers, they come on, they lurk in my chat. Yeah, Tony Michaels, Cliff Schechter, I'm calling you out. You guys lurk. I know, and you're going to be talking about Peter Graves next week. You'll be dedicating a whole week's worth of the shows about how you know Peter Graves. And your images in the background will all be backwards. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. Trucker John is a trendsetter. They're stealing from me. Vicky says stop. So, okay. Tom Bias says Billy Joel went to my neighbor's funeral. That was very nice of him. I assume Billy Joel knew the neighbor. He didn't just let's go check out a funeral today. David in Grand Prairie, Texas says TJ just royally flipped us all off. Now look, I did not. I adjust my glasses, and sometimes I forget. If I go like this or something, I did not flip anybody off. Going on record, I did not royally flip anyone off. It was very unroyal. Mr. Spock says the best kids in the hall line. Scott Thomas on the phone. If Jesus had turned hay into weed instead of water to wine, we would all be smoking up at communion. Okay, love to you, Mom. That's pretty funny. Robert Perez says, after your fourth beer during a football game, you should have a show for drunk armchair quarterbacking. Sounds like a great idea. I don't know about that one. MJ Daniel says, Adam West lived in my hometown, Walla Walla. They have a Batman Day there. And who doesn't love Walla Walla, Washington? David retracting messages just so I can go, what the hell did he say? Riley says, I remember Buffy and Jody and Marcia. I remember Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Jody and Marcia. I don't know. Marcia. Robert Perez, your camera froze while your middle finger was up. It froze again? I wonder why it's freezing. Maybe you're right, Robert. There is something going on. Well, it's got a backwards image that I did not do. Maybe it's related to that. Maybe it's trying. Maybe the backwards world, the right side world is fighting with the backwards world right now. There's this turmoil going on. And that's what's happening, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. Marcia says, now all we have is reality shows. I really don't watch those. I just saw the other night, I guess Survivor had their season finale. It's like the 48th year of it, because they do 2 seasons a year type of a thing. I don't think I've watched, and I used to really like Survivor, but I think I only watched like the first 4 or 5 years. So like at 2 seasons a year, I probably the first 8 seasons. I bet you and that's it. I haven't watched since. And I love that show. But my God, how many fucking years can you keep doing that? That's crazy. Robert Perez, Buffy, come back to me. Why do you go? Oh, they blew up the world or something, didn't they? MJ Daniel says, walking on water and turning water into wine sounds more like a good acid trip to me. Nick Rich says, I never rushed home to watch TV as a kid. Yeah, I don't think I did either, but I did watch TV, but I don't remember rushing home. Big Dog says, you're back Aswards, but not freezing. Yeah. David Windler is here. Hey, Dave, good to see you. Says, turn the camera around and shoot in a mirror. Yeah, there you go. That'll fix it. Suzanne Ferris-Happy says, I helped the algorithm. I listened while I took a shower. See, that's the way to be innovative. I have no problem with people listening to the show while they shower. In fact, I prefer it. No, I'm just kidding. MJ Daniel says, can't stand any of those shows. Dave in Grand Prairie, Texas, checking on the other hoof. Or cheeks on the other hoof, huh? Okay. Marcia says, Trucker John, I asked if anyone remembered a Family Affair TV show. Don't like reality shows. I do remember a Family Affair. Isn't that the one with the butler and with the little kids? Right? Frenchie? Wasn't it Frenchie? The butler? If that's it, then I remember it. If that's not it, then I don't remember. Nick Rich, 1 o'clock, and it's 1 o'clock. Hey, Nick, I'm caught up. I'm in the same time span as you guys are. Vicky says reality shows were a response to writer's strike. That's right. You're right. Yeah. And it spawned Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Survivor and Big Brother and the one with Anderson Cooper when they would go around the world type of thing. What was that called? Those were kind of the first batch of this reality TV. Even though Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is a game show, but it was live and it was on like 5 nights a week. Remember that? It was on every fucking night. And they were getting like 50 million viewers a night or some crazy shit. Those were the days, weren't they? MJ Daniel, Mr. French. Oh, not Frenchie, Mr. French, right. Right. Buffy and Jody, says Riley. Yeah, Buffy and Jody. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Because I read earlier, Buffy and Jody. I went on to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, Buffy and Jody. Yeah. So I remember. Super Norm says, when I was in high school there, we went home and watched dance shows and Soupy Sales. MJ Daniel, Brian Keith was the dad. Yeah, I remember Brian Keith. Yeah, I remember that show. Seha, remember for 7 months, Buckaroo Banzai. I remember that show. Yeah, there you go. Seha coming in with a Buckaroo Banzai. Thanks for being a member for 7 months. Seha, I do appreciate you being a member and helping to support the show, helping us keep going and growing and trying to stay out in front, being the trendsetters that we are. Even though people like Tony Michaels and Cliff Schechter are copying me. I appreciate you sticking around, being a member for 7 months. Happy Truckiversary, says Jolie to say ha. I wholeheartedly second that motion there. Mr. Spock says, I thought Magnum PI was the first reality show. Super Norm says, and this finger was for the sponsor. Yeah, today's show sponsored by, I don't know, Pilot. Because they have good cups. I think I took a swig of that coffee. Somehow, some way, some coffee made its way through that lid and onto my lens of my glasses here. That was quite a feat of whatever. All right. Marsha never watched The Apprentice. I want to say that I never did. I think I saw clips of it here and there. I think Talk Soup, because I used to watch Talk Soup, and this is way back in like the Greg Kinnear days, I think. And I think they would do a weekly segment of Trump's "You're Fired" thing. It was like, who got fired this week? And I think they would show it. I think that was basically And I think I may have watched, like during channel surfing, I may have landed on The Apprentice and watched like one segment before it went to a commercial, but I could never get into it. I thought it was stupid, and I never liked Donald Trump even back then. I've never liked Trump. I'm a never Trumper. Way back when there was no thing as called never Trumpers. Let's see, Jolie. I always watched the Rockford Files after school. I remember watching the Rockford Files when they were not even in runs yet. So. Yeah, I like the Rockford Files. That was a good show. I like old James Garner, Nick Rich bowling for dollars. I used to watch that. Robert Perez says, by the way, has anyone heard Trump saying the word tariffs is a more beautiful word than love? What an asshole. And weird. He's a fucking weirdo. And I don't mean to put anything down against all the weirdos in the world, because I'm probably a weirdo in many ways. But I guess there's good weird and there's bad weird, and Trump is bad weird. He's like scratching your head, what the fuck kind of weird. Like the shit he says. The shit Trump says. It's so stupid. Robert Perez, you're right. What an asshole. I hate Trump, man. I fucking hate Donald Trump. I really do. Big Dog says TJ should get a small gong. Like the Gong Show. David Windler, Charles Angels, and the ATM. The ATM. I just changed it. Okay, it's Charlie's Angels, but I kind of like Charles Angels. Those could be the remakes. And ATM instead of the A-Team. And I'll let you figure out what you think ATM means. Silver Norm, and this finger was for sponsor Subi Cells. That's when he got fired. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think I remember. I've seen that clip. Eileen California says, I'm with you, Trucker John. 45 was always creepy. Tom Bias says, I remember SCTV and the Kids in the Hall. I remember SCTV. That was, we used to love that show. That was back, like, for me, like 9th grade, 10th grade. Roseanne, the Mod Squad. Who remembers? I remember the original Mod Squad with Link. I think the guy who played Pete just passed away the other day. I'm not sure. Are they still? See, was it Peggy Lipton? Was the girl? Well, no, young woman, young lady. And then Link was what was his name? I've seen him in a few movies over the last 20 years. He's popped up in some movies. The guy who played Link. I'm not sure if he's still alive. I'm not sure if they're all still alive or not, but I know Pete just died the other day. But I used to love that show. That's one of the shows that, as a kid. That was like what, late 60s, I guess. I remember liking that as a kid. That was cool. Thought they were cool. MJ Daniel says Smig Brothers, cabbage rolls and coffee. Good. Cabbage rolls and coffee. Tom Bias says Pab is out of touch. He doesn't remember the old TV shows. Nikki Oliver says orange has no taste in anything. Steve Sayer says KC Chiefs 14-1. Are they going to play Patrick on that bum ankle, or should they sit him and let him rest up and recuperate and get ready for the playoffs? Vicky says, I remember my squad. Is Michael Cole still alive? Michael Cole, I think he just passed away. Now I might be wrong, but I thought I saw something where he just passed away. But now I feel bad if he didn't pass away, and I'm saying he passed away. But if he did pass away, and I didn't say anything, then I feel bad too. Robert Perez says, I don't know why, but I think Donald Trump is the third Antichrist predicted. Well, since I don't really believe in any of that shit, I just think Donald Trump is an asshole and a piece of shit and a motherfucker and is an asshole. Did I say asshole? And if you know how to read backwards writing like Kimchi does, you'll know that I think he's a felon and I think he's a rapist. And he belongs in prison. That's all I got to say about. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. Super Norm, The Gong Show was great, but I had to ditch school to watch it. That's another thing I never did. I never ditched school to watch a TV show. Mother Jugs and Speed, Big Dog. Mother Jugs and Speed, that was Raquel, right? And I think Bill Cosby. Was that Cosby? And Raquel? And I don't know who the other one was. I'm assuming that, well, one would assume that Raquel was Jugs, but then that might be too obvious. So I don't know. Maybe Cosby was Jugs. I don't know. And I don't know who Speed was. But those were the days when you could still like Cosby. Roseanne says I had Michael Cole picture on my ceiling. Rosanna, you naughty girl. Peggy Lipton. Yes, Peggy Lipton. I think she may have passed too. I don't know. I think they might all be dead. Anyone remember? Let's see. Vicky says, anyone remember Charlie's Chips? I do not. I do not. Server known Peggy Lipton was the only reason to watch Snitch Squad. Mr. Spock says the Bob Hope Celebrity Middle East Golf Tournament was really funny on SCTV. Nick Rich, Adam 12. Yeah, I was a big fan of Adam 12 and, all those shows. Vicky says Peggy Lipton married Quincy Jones. And I think, didn't Quincy Jones just pass away recently? I think so. They're all passing away, but they get to be certain. We get to a certain age and we pass away. So, Tom Bias says, Riley, are you sure Hal is only 50 years old? John Candy. I don't think Hal was on the SC. He wasn't on the SCTV TV show, at least the one I'm thinking about back from the 70s and 80s. But SCTV or SC. Second City is a performing group or a troupe, and I think they are based, or they have a Second City, like a club or whatever in Chicago, and Hal was, I think, a part of that or performed there, but he wasn't ever part of the old TV show with, in the 70s. No, I don't think, was Hal even born then? When was Hal born? Or he was like a baby back then. Yeah. Anyhow, hey, there's Fancy. I'm late. Start over. Hey, Fancy. Better late than never. Good to see you. Good to see that you're here. Thanks for joining us as we just talk about old TV shows. Today, like I say, any given show, you never know what we're going to talk about. Today is primarily old TV shows, I think. Marcia says Moskwa's Clarence Williams III and Michael Cole just passed 12/10/24. Did they die on the same day? But yeah, I guess you're just saying Michael Cole passed on 12/10. Yeah, I think I remember just seeing that, and I think Clarence Williams is he dead too? Anyhow. But anyhow, Fancy's here, Big Dog. I'm just scrolling down. Server Norm. Hal is 55. 55 and looking fine. Does that rhyme? Can you rhyme out the V and an N like that? Hey, Fancy, gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Fancy. Always appreciate that. Thanks for helping us out and giving the gift of Trucker John. And Denise Wilkins was the recipient. Good to see Denise in there. And I hope she'll enjoy that membership. Thank you, Fancy. Appreciate you. Freevit28 says the Fancy gal has joined us. Vicky House 56, I think. He went on Talk Soup. Okay, look. I believe that Hal is 55. I think, but because I think we're 9 years. I think I'm 9 years old. I'm 64, so yeah. But whatever, who knows? When the birthdays fall exactly, he's around there. I think he's 55, but you know. Tom Bice, I'm 56. Christina Weibel says, "Hey, I'm back. I had to help out my dad peeling potatoes for dinner. We are having baked stuffed chicken with mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, la soul peas. I don't know, and gravy. Yum! It sounds delicious, Christina. Sounds delicious." Surfer Norm, Google thinks Hal is 55. Yeah, what 55, 56. There's not much. What's the difference? Fancy Hal is 29. I say 29. Absolutely. Big Dog says, "Fancy, no, I love your post. I would never put you on ignore. I actually steal something from you once in a while." Almost like how Cliff Schechter and Tony Michaels steal from me all the time. Marsha, Hal is forever 29. Nick Rich says Hal's birthday is a week after International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr. Paul Burrows, I'm having moose and potatoes. Wow. You don't hear that every day. Christina Weibel, Hal doesn't look 55. Mark Lungo, Clarence Williams III died in 2021. So, wow, it's already been a few years. So, yeah, Clarence Williams is dead. Michael Cole passed away a week ago, I guess, or whatever. 11 days ago. What about Peggy Limpton? Did we ever find out? Is she still with us? Tom Bias, you can ignore people? Yeah, I saw that too on the ignore. Is there a setting for ignore? I didn't know that either, Tom. David Grand Prairie, Texas, run reruns daily, TJ, steal from them. I did notice that. I know Schechter's doing that, or whatever his name is. Is Michael's doing that too, like running reruns? But see, I think they're running off of one of those like Streamlab type of programs, and they could probably do that. With me, since I'm just doing this off of an app on my phone, and I do save the shows. I mean, I can download them, but I guess I could figure out a way to do a rebroadcast. I was thinking of that. Well, I kind of did that. If you saw earlier in the week, I did do two where I did sort of highlights. I did a highlight of the sunglass show. I think I'll just call it the sunglass episode where I was wearing the sunglasses. And then I did one with I'll call it the yippee. The yippee. I did sort of a highlight of that, of the where I was saying yippee all the time. So that's sort of like excerpts from the show. But that's a good idea. I should maybe chop up a show that's not quite because sometimes we go 2 or 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours. Maybe I should do a little rebroadcast of and do like an hour chunk of it or something. Because my God, Cliff is up to over 100,000 subscribers, and he had this guy on Josiah as a guest, and he's really. I've seen some of his broadcast a couple times, and he's really good. I think he has over 400,000 subscribers, I think. And I'm just like, I need to just do whatever those guys are doing. But still, they're still copying me. Even Josiah copies me. Vicky says, I think Peggy Lipton died a couple years ago. I think so too. Oh, okay. Marcia says Peggy Lipton passed 5/11/19. So the Mod Squad now is all officially dead. This is what crime has been waiting for them to finally die. Anyhow, rest in peace, Mod Squad. And not to be confused with our current day Mod Squad of Aaron and Jolie. Very much alive and kicking. Christina Weibel says, Trucker John, we can go back in your Tube lives and rewatch those videos. Yes, please do. I have over, I think, 1,300 videos. And it's not all just live streams. I've got trucking videos. I've got, you know, Las Vegas videos, all kinds of videos. So yeah, Christina, go check them out. And when you do check them out, you know, you could like it, you could share it, you can make comments. When you do, because commenting, as far as getting us out in the algorithm and helping to support the show and grow the show and get our numbers out there and get my face out there, my beautiful face. That all helps. All that stuff helps. Freevent28 says, I saw just lurking after election, really? Supernorm says, Peggy Lipton died in Los Angeles on May 11th, 2019 at the age of 72. Robert Perez says, no, Johnny, you the OG gangster of politics. Christina Weibel says, Josiah has 400,000 subscribers. I just found Josiah. I haven't checked any videos. Well, I think, hopefully I have the right one, because I think I saw the spelling of his name on Cliff Schecter's show. I thought it said Jesiah. Maybe I'm misremembering it. Like Jess. I don't know if it's IAH, whatever. Anyhow, I don't know. Tom Bias says, wasn't Bill Cosby on the last squad? No, I don't. No, that was Clarence Williams III or whatever. David Granberry, Texas. I have to read this fast before they disappear. David Granberry, Texas. This is what crime has been waiting for. You like that line, huh? That was a good one. That was a good one, wasn't it? See, I guaranteed Cliff Schecter's going to steal that line, or 20 Michaels. They will steal that line from me. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I'm just kidding, by the way, in case you didn't know. Mr. Spock said Trump is the orangutan that keeps attacking them with coconuts. Big Dog says, okay, if you're doing that Gilligan's Island, use Elon as Thurston Howell III. Like a Gilligan Island remake. Fancy, all your posters are backwards. No! I know, Fancy, I'm in the backwards world today. I'm going to try to figure out how to get out of it. I don't know, but I'm stuck in the backwards world. This is the backwards world where Elon Musk is president and Donald Trump is the good guy. We're in the backwards world. Marcia says the cartoon on Colbert Thursday night was excellent. I didn't see that. I'll have to look for that. Nick Rich, the mind takes a spin. Christina Weibel says, I heard a new name for the orange turd. It's Yapping Yam. Laughing out loud, Josiah at Pondering Public. I guess it is Josiah. Maybe my old eyes just aren't seeing right. Yeah, I guess that would be right, Josiah. For some reason, I think I was thinking Jesiah. But I think you're right, Christina. I got to get new glasses. Janelle Walker says that Trucker John, turn your camera upside down. And then we could be in the upside down world, I guess. Rosanna says, fancy, the signs are backwards because we're in the Twilight Zone. Yep. And Tiffany, it's upside down. It's just backwards. Dickie Yeller, Bill Cosby was on I Spy. See, that was back in the days when we didn't know Cosby was the dirtbag that he was. Because I used to like I Spy and the Bill Cosby show, like before Cosby, But anyhow, all right, guys, it's been a couple hours. Let me see. I haven't heard from my daughter. Oh. I think they're here somewhere. I think they're out in the truck, in the car watching. Because So, Jaylee, if you're watching, say hi in the chat or something. You don't have to lurk. And so anyhow, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the show where everything's backwards. But if you guys know how to read backwards, you can see it right over here is a schedule. Is this the right? Do I have the right hand up? And we'll be back on again Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm planning on sticking around here, so we'll do shows Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 a.m. Pacific time, and all that stuff. I think. Let's see. I think my daughter just sent me a message. See, it didn't come through. It's not coming through on the iPad. It's like some of them are and some of them aren't. It's really weird. Jolie, remember for 10 months. Thanks, John. Have a great weekend. All right, you guys too. You guys have a great weekend. Have a great Christmas. I'm planning on doing a show on Tuesday, which will be Christmas Eve day. So we'll hang out on Tuesday. And but anyhow, if I don't see you guys, have a great Christmas. Have a great New Year's. Have a great holiday season. The best that you can, under these trying circumstances. Have a great time. I got to just check something. Let me see. All right, guys. She says she's at the door. I don't know how long that, how old that message is. Let me go check the door real quick. All right, I'll be right back.
Is this a new place? You're still here? Wait, you really are? Can I see you?
There they are.
Oh my gosh, it's like a little lagged.
Huh?
It's kind of lagged.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm his daughter. Nice to meet you.
I was just ending the show.
Sorry, I have to end the show. We have to go eat.
There's my daughter, everybody.
It is like a little kind of behind.
We got 49 watching, 83 thumbs ups.
You got multiple angles here. I like the setup.
Yeah, it's multimedia. For some reason, it came out backwards today. I don't know why. It really doesn't do that. All right, so there's my lovely daughter. She's in town today, so we're going to go, I guess, have some breakfast. And I guess that's it. So everyone, thanks for being here.
Hi, Big Dog NC. Hi, Tamra. Is this what you do on the lives?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Tamara.
Thank you, Aaron. Oh, she said I'm cute.
Steve Sayers, Mr.
Thank
Spock.
you.
Mr. Spock gave us 4 Spock thingies. I think that's
Wow.
good.
Hi, Jolie. My name's Jaylee.
Yeah, there's Jolie.
Hi, David. Oh, look, there.
Is she Republican?
That's crazy.
Probably.
You think you just looked at the jean jacket? They said she has a jean jacket on.
And that's a sign of being a Republican, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
I got to take the jean jacket off. That's crazy. We look alike. Everyone says that we look alike.
Yeah. Well, that's how it works.
Yeah.
So there's the camera over there, but
I got my daddy's jeans.
All right. So we've been on for over 2 hours. So I guess we'll end the show. All right, guys, that's it for now. See you guys on Tuesday. Oh yeah.
Bye.
Now I always like to leave everyone with some words of wisdom.
Okay.
Before I sign off.
Okay,
Something that you guys can get pen and paper, write this down. Mm-hmm. You want to write this down and take these words of wisdom with you. Okay, so never ever
Well, it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. We'll have some fun times, hopefully nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes, might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about door chimes, but if we did, I'd be only too glad. So hasta la vista, baby. The show is over, but could I ask you maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed up. Oh shit, I should have stuck to truck driving, who I tried to kid. At least when I was out there driving, I could handle a skid. But doing this live stream, baby, has been a real kid. So I hope to see y'all again right here on the Trucker John Livestream. We're gonna do it again and again, right here in the Trucker John Livestream. Yeah, the Trucker John Livestream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no dream, this is where we win, right here on the Trucker John Livestream. No, this time to say goodbye. The show is coming in. Don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. Well, it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. We'll have some fun times, hopefully nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes, might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about door chimes, but if we did, I'd be only too glad. So hasta la vista, baby. The show is over, but could I ask you maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed up. Oh shit, I should have stuck to truck driving. Who am I trying to kid? At least when I was out there driving, I could handle the skid. Doing this live stream, baby, it's been a real kid. So I hope to see y'all again, right here on the Trucker John Livestream. We gonna do it again and again and again, right here in the Trucker John Livestream. Yeah, the Trucker John Livestream. We're gonna come back